Shalom Aleichem, everyone. We're continuing Hachsteg's learning of the Pele Yoetz, day 56, starting a new chapter today called Chayim, which means life. Horowitz is someone who wants to live. Yomis as atzma, they should kill themselves. What? What does that mean? Rabbi says, Chazal teach us this. You want to live? Kill yourself. V'yesh b'zeh shtei panim. There are two ways to understand this statement. Number one, you should not be a very finicky person who is well versed in the ta'anugim and the pleasures of this world. Who always eats to the full satisfaction and he likes to wear fancy clothing and the like. Because sometimes you won't be able to have access to the good tasty food and the fancy clothing and what you're used to. And when you get to that place, your life is not going to be a life. If you are used to having the finest wine and the finest food and the finest clothing and the finest car and the best Airbnb and the best vacation and always sitting in the right seats in the plane and everything like that, and then one day you're not able to have that, or there's a tekufa, there's a period that you go through where maybe the money and the funds are not as much as they used to be, you cannot afford everything that you used to afford. So what's going to end up being, says the Pele Yoetz, your life will not be a life. And very likely, you're going to end up going and getting involved in bad kinds of business and chevra and people, and you will end up stealing from others to be able to get the money that you want so you can continue to provide for yourself all of the tasty treats that you raised yourself on. And whatever you decide you're going to do bad, you'll end up doing. You'll end up doing business without the proper emunah, the proper faith and faithfulness in the system. Because you're being accustomed to all of the trappings and the cravings of this world over here, it be made it to you a chayv, an obligation. I must have this food. I must have this vacation. I must have these clothing. I must have that car. And if you don't have all the funds that you need, who knows what you will do and where you will stop to be able to provide yourself with all of that. A person will end up sinning over a loaf of bread, which means if you want to have the best and you need to have it right now, and you don't have the money or you don't have the means to get it, who knows what you'll do? But someone who learns to kill themselves in this world, he's not makpid, he's not particular about anything in the physical world. Everything is equal to him. Whether he has a little, he has a lot. He will live his life. He'll live it peacefully, with a good life, va'arukim, and a long life. He will not have to be a broken person as a result. Says the Pele Yoetz, you like nice things in this world, you're going to run into trouble because you will not be able to have them all the time. And then when you don't have them, how can you survive? How can you exist? Imagine a person living in the heat waves of New York or New Jersey or the heat of Los Angeles right now, and they don't have an air conditioning. We're so used to having an air conditioning, nobody could fathom being in 100-degree weather with the humidity, without the humidity, and it's 90 degrees in the house, you would push it, you would melt. Says the Pele Yoetz, the more that you get used to things in this world, it's very hard to live without them. So therefore, accustom yourself not to have all those things in this world. And that will be real life that you're able to live. It's good for a person. Even if Hashem gave him riches and honor, and he has a lot of property, so he has a lot of real estate that he can make money from. He has a lot of food. Al yargil esbanav b'gedolos. Do not raise your children with all of these big things. Upetanugais b'nei adam, with all the pleasures that man is chasing after. Ki lo yeda ma yeda yom. You have no idea what the day is going to bring. V'atoira heida shekeven shemislamed hayeled u'ba'achilu shesiyam meruba. And the Torah itself testifies, parents who give their children too much food, too much drink, too many luxuries, too many things. Gam ki yaskin lo yasam imen, and when they get older, they will not be able to move away from all of these things. V'sayif shemelastim esabrios. In the end, they'll end up robbing people to get what they want. That's why the Torah says, when you have this wayward son, let him die before he does all his sins, rather than getting the death sentence when he ends up doing the sins. And that's why we end up killing a Ben Saramor even before he does all the bad things. Because we see the trajectory, we see which direction he's going in. We already see with our eyes and we've heard with our ears, how many children, because they were raised with all of these big things, all these luxuries and the like, and the pleasures, in the end they went out to do very bad things, and they were involved in bad things. Rachmana litzlan, Hashem should have mercy on them. And even if they don't go to the tarbusra, they don't go and hang out with the wrong chevra and get involved in bad things and activities, they will live a life of tsar, of anguish. Sometimes they will even go hungry and they will not eat. Because they can't live on bread alone. No, I need the steaks, and I need the bottles of wine, and I need the chocolate cake, and I need all the trimmings and all the dips, and I need all of the foods and the nuts and the this and the bread. You want me just to eat bread? I don't eat just bread. And therefore they will end up, they'd rather be hungry than to eat, because it's too menial for them to eat such lowly things. But somebody who is just happy and complacent with whatever comes his way, the bread, the little slice of bread will satisfy him and he'll be happy with that. That's one way to look at it. You kill yourself of the things in this world. I don't need them, and that way I can live. However, there's another way to look at it. Someone who wants to live the real life, the world to come, kill yourself in this world on the Torah and the service of Hashem. Like it says in the Gemara, when a person dies in a tent, what is that referring to? That's talking about the one who kills himself in the tents of study. He pushes sleep away from his eye, his comforts and everything, to be able to learn the Torah. And it says, Ki alecha, on you, on the Torah and the mitzvahs and everything, I killed myself all day long, because I knew that I need to in order to acquire Torah and mitzvahs. So either you're going to kill yourself in the physical world and push away the pleasures and the like. I don't need those things. I'm very happy with whatever Hashem sends me. Or, for the sake of Torah, I'll push myself to my limitations and I will divorce myself of the real pleasure and the connection to this world in order that I can be connected to the real world, the world of Torah and the world of mitzvahs. All the best.